All right, we're sitting here in a car that I've been excited to get my hands on for a while. I know there's some polarizing opinions on it because of the price, and maybe it's not exactly what everybody hoped it would be, but other people find it wonderful. I am in the camp of those who find it wonderful, and we're gonna explain and figure out why that is. This is the Acura Integra Type S. All right, so here's the deal. Yes, this is the fancy version of the Civic Type R, and that's a very good thing because the Civic Type R is exceptional. I drove it recently for an episode of Head to Head Drag Race over on Motor Trend, and I fell in love with the car. It was really, really good. So I've been even more curious than ever to get my hands on this because the Type S is the luxury version of the Type R, sort of. So here's the deal. They both have 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. Here we get a little bit more horsepower. This one's making 320 horsepower versus the Type R's 315. And oh my goodness, there is a gorgeous Hemi Cuda. 3 cars in front of me right now. Hells yes. So that's a little bit more horsepower, which is a nice thing. You still get manual only, which is a rare thing, especially in this segment. 6-speed manual gearbox. Hold on. Intersection, motorcycle, don't want to crash anybody. None of the gear, none of the time. 6-speed manual gearbox. Probably one of the best manual gearboxes available on any modern car right now. It's that good. Porsche makes some good ones, you know, with the GT3. Their 6 speeds are really good. But this gearbox is exceptional. The clutch feel is great. The pedals are wonderful. This gets sporty alloys. So you have a bit more curb weight compared to the Type R, but not a lot. So, and the reason for that is because this is nicer inside. There's more sound deadening. There's more, the stamping is slightly different, I guess. So the NVH levels of the car are better. So this is like a slightly more mature Civic Type R, whereas the Type R is a more mature version of the past version of itself as well. But this is just a nicer daily driver than the Type R. Again, the Type R is exceptional, but this gets the ELS audio system, for example, which is a great audio system. I've said for years too, Acura seats are the best in the business. No exception here. These are excellent seats. The steering wheel feels great. Everything just feels great. The screen is in a nice position over here, and you have wireless CarPlay and a wireless phone charger. You've got cup holders positioned nicely down here on top of that. It's just ergonomically a wonderful car. And then to drive it, it's everything I loved about the Type R. The handling feel is magical. You've got a helical limited slip diff up front. You've got suspension wizardry going on, so that 320 horsepower doesn't do this in your hands when you drop the hammer on this thing. It has nearly 13-inch brakes. I think they're 12.8-inch front rotors. They're 2-piece rotors with 4-piston Brembos, if I'm correct. So you got tons of stopping power, mad stopping powers. It's just a great package. Now, another way it differentiates itself, I think it's a slightly more mature vehicle compared to the Type R on the outside. It doesn't have the giant wing in the back, you know. It doesn't have, even though the Type R is toned down, and I like how toned down it is, I think that they did a good job with the styling of this one. I like the way this one looks more compared to the other vehicle. I think the Type R is great. I just think the Type S looks pretty awesome on top of that. This one has those, like, not rose gold, but almost bronze-ish wheels that look good. And anytime you have a sporty Acura in white paint, or a Honda in general, it's the right paint choice on these cars. It's just a perfect pairing with these vehicles. This car has rev matching. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. I like rev matching on a daily basis because I'm getting lazier as I'm getting older. And it's rev matching in traffic is exceptional. So the handling package is there. I think the looks are better. Of course, that's subjective. I like this better looking than the Type R. I like the little carbon fiber deck lid spoiler out back, the wheels, the white paint, the red flash on the seats. All of it looks really cool. Now, the area where a lot of people don't like this car is the price. This is $7,000 more than the Type R before we talk about dealer markups, which both cars will have. So that's a tough cookie to swallow. $7,000 is a lot of money. However, I do think you get a nicer daily driver package in here. The seats are a bit more relaxed, yet still excellent. The sound system, like I mentioned, is awesome. And then the stylish, the Acura styling just, isn't as shouty, which will be appealing to some people. Some people want the look and the flash of the Type R, which is great too. And so this starts around 51, most of them around 56 with options. I believe that's where they land. And then I can talk about that number and I can say why that number makes sense relative to the competition, even though a lot of the German options are quicker. None of them will offer the manual gearbox, which is important to a lot of people out there. But you can't really have the price conversation where it makes sense anymore because of markups. Dealers are ruining this for people who enjoy the cars, and it really sucks because this shouldn't be a $60,000+ car. I'm okay with it in the low to mid 50s, just like I'm okay with the Type R in the upper 40s. That based on where car prices are now and inflation, I can live with those numbers. But once you push these into 60, 70, I mean, that's, if you pay 70 for these, even if you pay 60, it's probably too much. But if you pay more than that, it's just crazy. So people need to stop paying the markups, is what it is. But people want to be first. People want to show, oh, I got this car, look at me, clout and all that stuff. Stop chasing that nonsense. Let's get cars priced how the automaker says this car is worth this. The dealer goes, no, I want all this extra money in my pocket. And they're allowed to do that. And they're doing it because people are paying it. And that's where it falls apart. So stop paying for it and maybe it'll go away. Maybe. Getting back away from my rant. This car is wonderful. It's a joy to drive. It looks good. I've gotten thumbs up it's an Acura sedan, and I'm getting the occasional thumbs up by people who go, oh, cool, Type S, I know what that is. So it looks a little bit more special. The fender flares look great with the wheels. It's just a good car, and I can't believe it's a comfortable car with 30 series tires. I think they're, what are they, 295s, 265s or 295s, whatever they are. They're 30 series tires on 19-inch rims, so they're rubber bands, and the ride is comfortable, right? Yeah. Right. Sloan, what do you like about the car? What? I knew you were going to say the screen. You always say the screen. What about the steering? Do you like the steering? Do you think it's crazy? All right. Well, thank you for your input. I'm not going to crash the car. Yeah, that's where I go from here. I don't know. I don't have a good ending for this one other than to reiterate, stop doing that. Other than to reiterate, stop paying markups so that people who like these and actually enjoy these and want to embrace these for the real reasons why they're being built can get them at the prices that make sense. It is, but thank you for your concern, yeah.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Does it look like it's recording?
It's 100% recording.
No, it's not. Why'd you clap?
It's called syncing the audio.
What is that?
It makes it easier when I edit and I add this to this sound. No, it's very helpful. I can show you later.
Okay.
Let me just start the video though. No, I mean like really start it though. Like what I'm gonna say.